Hello, Delvers, and welcome to Time Without Tide, the new tabletop RPG from Chaosium set in a faux Victorian post-apocalyptic world, okay? In this episode and in the next one, we are going to go to the world of fog, a world where the moon has crashed and exploded, and there's a strange fog permeating the entire setting that mutates and changes, corrupts, and destroys everything it touches. But there are adventurers called Delvers who go out into this fog, keeping it bay with their lights, and they discover the treasures and the inventions and the heritage of yesteryear, of the ancients. This game is going to be out on BackerKit really soon. I want you guys to visit the description below to support the BackerKit for Time Without Tide. Okay, it's right there in the link. Please click that, because when you click that, Chaosium knows that you came from us, the Glass Cannon Network, the best TTRPG role-playing network that I am on. So make sure that you click that link, go to the BackerKit, and support this game, because this game is really wonderful. And I'm going to get into some of the reasons that I like it and that it's wonderful in a minute. But right now, I want to introduce my incredible cast of Delvers. We have Sydney Amanuel, Chris Grace, Matthew Capodicasa, and Paula Deming. A murderer's row of gamers.
That's right. And we are going to be murder hobos, so...
Yeah.
You can be murder hobos in this, I think.
I think, let's just kill everything and everyone.
I think my character is kind of a murder hobo. I'm very excited.
Yeah, your character really is kind of a hobo.
Sort of a murder hobo.
Well,
he's literally, I have a bindle?
Yeah, I think he's got a bindle.
Yeah. I think there might have been a bindle. Look, I read the quick start for this. It comes with some really beautiful artwork and some really colorful pre-generated characters. But, you know, one of the things it mentions in the quick start is that this game is meant to handle your really kind of crazy character concept. It has kind of a funny tone. And let me just talk about the tone. That they mention, they have a sentence or like a paragraph that is like, this sums up the tone of this game. Remember, it's in this sort of like faux Victorian sort of sci-fi, almost Cthulhuian setting. I would also say that it owes a lot of DNA to Blades in the Dark, you know, kind of a Victorian world that has had this cataclysm and is like coming back from it. But the paragraph they have on tone is, see those poor hungry orphans? They seem so sad, cold, and vulnerable. Don't you want to take them in and give them a better life?
Yeah.
Don't be fooled. They're orphans by choice. They killed their parents and got a taste for parasite. Sign those adoption papers and you'll be next.
Yes!
So, I mean, kind of a Charles Addams kind of a sense of humor, if that's useful to anybody. But you know, this game, you know, it combines a lot of things from games that I love into its own very original, very playable, kind of modular kind of experience. So, you know, you're going to face horrors. You're going to discover marvels. That's the word I was looking for earlier. You're going to go on these delves into the unknown, into the world of fog, which is covered in this sort of apocalyptic fog. You're going to discover treasures and marvels, and you're going to protect the odd survivors of the fallen moon, because in this world, the moon crashed and exploded, and there's just pieces of moon everywhere. And in fact, the money in this game is called moon dust. So you earn moon dust. I think
Is it literal moon dust? Is that the currency? You just get sacks of lunar dust?
I think it's lunar dust. Yeah.
Lunar dust. Thank you. Well, I mean, is it literal? What do you think? What should our world have literal lunar dust, or is that just what they call
It's
the
like
coinage now?
bags of powder.
And like bigger chunks are more.
Yeah, like a moon rock.
And then
would be
moon
like
rock, and then the powder is like pennies.
Pennies.
Like,
but moon rock totally not useful because you need to grind it up into dust if you're going to exchange it for goods and services. So,
well, no, I like Sydney's interpretation better. Bigger rocks are like $100 bill, but then pebbles are like $1, and then if you have dust, it's just that's like change. Otherwise, Matthew, how are we carrying around all this dust all the time?
I mean, that was my question, right?
You
in your lungs.
You spilled your wallet. Everybody's going to get some lunar lung if they're not careful.
When you pay for something, you're just like, oh yeah, I've got it.
Also, these presumably, are we on Earth? Like, can Earth survive
now,
the
what
moon
a question.
crashing?
I mean,
well,
good
our
Lord.
planet.
What
Is
happened to the
Middle Earth
oceans?
really the past of our planet? What about Randland from the Wheel of Time? Is that actually our Earth in the far future?
Okay, Jared.
I don't know.
Jared.
He's angry. We've angered him.
We've angered him
What
so
about
quickly.
in the Cosmere, Jared?
I'm not angry. I'm just
about the
saying that
magic
Chris
system?
is opening a can of worms. That's all I'm saying.
No. I was only asking because I was thinking on our current planet, can we survive if the moon crashes? And I don't think we can. Can we?
I think we
think so.
die. I think
Well,
we
yeah.
die.
We'd be dead.
I mean, the point is that the game is a little gonzo, right? It's like a little bit, it's not strictly gritty realism at all. And there's a little bit of whimsy along with the darkness. It's kind of like dark whimsy.
Yeah.
Look, I think it works.
That's my screen name.
The tone's working for me from what I've read so far. So
I will say, I think that the company, like, I just want to say that there's probably hidden ties, and they should really reveal their commercial interests connected to the big industry of green ink, because whoever they've clearly got some partnership with Big Green Ink to have it on every single page of this book.
oh, you mean
Yeah.
there's a lot of green ink in the
A
book?
lot of green. Yeah.
There's a lot of
All
green.
right. Well, we're happy to support people that create green ink, and we are happy to support Chaosium, who, partner with us all the time. But we really love for you to hit that link right here on the video to go to the backer kit and support this game. And right now, why don't we get started? You guys ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's delve in.
Do it. Look at that. 10 minutes in and I'm already starting the game. I'll get into the rules as we go. If anybody watching is like, what are the rules? Just wait a minute. I'll get into them. Okay. All right.
It's Friday night and it's time for Chaos, the greatest RPG campaign ever written.
Well, I don't know. There's no battle axes.
All unmarried, all single.
I'm not entertaining any of that bullshit.
It's the Boston Cream Boys.
What do you think would win between a lobster and a crab?
All hot to trot.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
He's an avatar of my soul, boy.
Baby, you got real ugly. That's from Army of Darkness.
A load of goo.
What other network does that? None.
That looks so funny. Why ball maxing may be more dangerous than you think.
I'm also convinced we're all gonna die.
Use the nunchucks to open the door. Man, I've talked enough. What do you got going on, Joe?
Welcome aboard the riverboat Drastic, a pockmarked old tug chugging through the listless waters. Sailors patrol her creaking deck, trimming sails and stoking lanterns. Off her port side, huge cliffs loom out of the ceaseless fog. At their summit, morning's first light finds a distant needle. Fairflaw Lighthouse, dark and dead. Below deck, squeezed between knotted hammocks filled with trunks and bric-a-brac, a meeting is held by greasy candlelight. Captain McAlgie peers across a chart-covered desk towards the ragtag group of delvers she has with her. That's you guys. She pulls habitually at her salt-crusted bouffant, the envy of any sailor's chin. So she's got kind of like coral and algae coming out of her chin. She's got a beard. And she says, "All right, delvers, let's have it again." And she spreads out in front of you the Fairflaw contract. And if you go to your virtual tabletop, you'll see I have set that contract before you. This is the contract of your mission, of your delve, because you are delvers. So I would like for you to first describe briefly who is standing around this table, and then I'd like for one of you to read the contract. Why don't we start with Sydney? What is your character?
Yeah, I said before I'm playing a bit of a murder hobo, but maybe that was incorrect. Maybe the better term would be like a murder orphan. You see a slender, small, boyish-looking fellow. He's not quite a child, but he sort of has the build of one, except he looks perhaps the most unlike a child because he has a pistol and a hatchet also slung on his side. His name is No Boots. And you understand he's called No Boots because as you look down at his raggedy clothing, his bandana, his bindle, he has no shoes on whatsoever. There are some torn scraps like around his ankle and around like some toes, maybe from some cuts. And yeah, I think he's gonna sound a little something like this.
I mean, he has to. He should.
He has to.
He has to.
Yeah.
He has on like the little hat, like the newsboy cap. I think he has to.
We're looking at Oliver Twist with a handgun.
The twist is he has a handgun.
Yeah, that's the twist.
He has a gun.
That's the twist.
All right, and then Chris, tell us about your character.
You are looking at Dr. Vespel, who a long time ago, I was actually a corpse and there was an autopsy being performed on me, and then I woke up in the middle of it and waved at the doctor, and I think the doctor passed out, and then I took all his stuff, including his medical licenses and gear.
Okay, good.
So, no, the doctor died, I'm sorry.
Died of shock, maybe, at seeing a corpse sit up.
Yes, so it's sort of a corpse doctor situation. He's a thin, sort of three-piece suit, top hat, the face of the guy from Seven who wakes up in the middle, like when they go in with all the Pine Sol air fresheners and you think the guy's dead and then he wakes up. That's the face of that guy.
Nice. Nice
do I know what the
way to bum us all out. You don't need to, you know what? I always tell people, there's so many great performers who do great voices in actual play, but sometimes you don't have one, and that's okay too, I mean, do you have one?
There will be an accent. I don't know what it is yet.
Okay, no problem.
Maybe Irish.
I'll just say, anybody who's watching it is like, wait, you get to play a walking corpse? Yes, that's how kind of out there you can get with the character concepts in this game, because your character has things called records, and records include the items that you carry, but also sort of your special advantages in terms of skills or aptitudes. And then finally, there are will records that cover adaptations. And Dr. Vespel has the adaptations Undying. He has Undying 1 and Undying 2, Ashes and Bones, which, make him immune to suffocation or drowning or, all kinds of things that make him an undead character. So you can
I can just be still and I look dead. So I think in a fight,
he plays that prank on us all the time.
That's so funny. In a fight, they're like, that guy's already dead. Leave him.
Matthew, tell us about your character.
My character is a man that I would describe as built like a large barrel. He carries a giant pickaxe, and he is named Bunk. He's wearing a piece of armor, the name of which I only learned by reading this character sheet, which is a cuirass, which I guess is a kind of torso covering. But in Bunk's case, a little bit of backstory for him. His cuirass is made out of the boiler that served as his crib when he was a baby. So he always carries around a piece of home with him. He was a I love this is a fun job. He was a sewer smith before he became a delver, so he's good at repairing things and working with his hands. But he's brawny and bullish, and I think he's going to talk like this. All right, love?
Ooh, yeah.
Perfect. And then finally, filling out this quartet, we have Paula's character. And Paula, once you've described your character, maybe your character is the one that will read out the contract. But go ahead and tell us.
Feels appropriate.
Tell us your character.
I think for that. I am playing Cyrena. She is an acolyte of the hallowed light, perhaps the last one remaining. But she has left her cloister and gone out to experience the world and see if she can find balance and understanding in it, seeking out both light and darkness. She wears kind of her, like what looks like a uniform that I think is part of almost like her like holy vestments. But the more you travel and delve with Cyrena, the less and less comfortable she looks in these clothes, and you have to wonder if being in the outside world is changing her and her perspective at all. She has a large lantern. It's like
very large.
It's really cool. It's like this staff, and you'd think maybe at the end of it would have like a big, like a maul or something, but actually it's this like cool steampunky kind of globe thing that puts out light because we must ward ourselves against the darkness. And I guess she's going to sound like this. This seems to be what I'm doing. I must ward us all. And I will also read the Fairflaw contract.
Yes. So your delvers have been contracted, and the actual paperwork is right here. Read it for us, Cyrena.
For the Delvers Guild, the Saltport Council seeks a contract to reignite Fairflaw Lighthouse before spring's end. Captain McAlgie is commissioned to provide secure passage to the Fairflaw region and ultimately take over as warden for the region. A beacon installed aboard her riverboat Drastic will serve as the Delver's relay destination once Fairflaw is relit. Our objective, reignite Fairflaw Lighthouse, and our deadline, spring's third 6th day. We'll get 1 lunar dust per Delver for completion, so just the tiniest mote of dust, and an additional lunar dust per Delver for meeting the deadline. Yes, this seems all to be in order, Captain.
Yes, and let us just go over a couple of the details there. It mentioned the relay, so that is a specific mechanic of this game. Your characters, your delving group, has a relay that is a fantastical device from before the moon crashed and the apocalypse came that allows you to teleport your party back to your beacon at any time. That way you push yourselves as far as you can on your delve, and then you relay back and you heal and you get all your items back, and then you go back on the delve. So your relay is called the Dousing Odd, and I think that Cyrena should carry it. So Cyrena, just in case it becomes important, please mark somewhere that in your body, and you only have one empty slot left, I believe.
Yeah.
In your body records, you are carrying the Dousing Odd relay. Now, if you want to give it to somebody else, that's fine. But, and that is your relay. And it has specified in the contract that this relay will take you back to a beacon that's been installed on Captain McAlgie's ship, the riverboat Drastic. Okay, so
great.
And beside the contract, you see a little calendar there. The days you've already been traveling have been marked off. You guys have, it looks like, 9 days to complete this contract, or you'll get paid less. You'll get paid more if you can get it done by spring's 6th day there, third 6th day. So, not 9 days. These are segments. So, each of these is 1 day. So you kind of have like 3 days, but days in this game are broken into 3 segments. We'll get into that when we get into travel. But right now, Captain McAlgie says, "All right, does anybody have any questions before I send you out on the rowboat?"
I do. And No Boots raises his hand.
"Yes, the Archon. What can I do for you?"
I was wondering why this lighthouse went out in the first place.
A very good question. As you know, information is hard to come by. In the Decadent Age, it said that they had something called a telephone that allowed you to communicate over long distances. But unfortunately, that age is long past when the moon crashed into the earth. So we don't know why it's gone dark, or why the Keeper hasn't sent any word. But we knew that there was one Keeper there, and he lived there with his child.
I've got a question.
I hope they're okay. Yes. The corpse, go ahead.
It seems like a bit of an investment to try to ignite this lighthouse. Why is it so important to you for this particular one to be lit up?
Well, in order for us to explore more of the world, to find the other survivors of the cataclysm who have built cities like Saltport across the sea, we need to be able to travel from light to restock our supplies and fill our ships with food. This particular lighthouse is along a somewhat important trade route, and without it as a docking station, we'll be confined to Saltport, rotting in that city, instead of heading out across the briny waves.
Another kid, is it? I don't like the sounds of that much. There can only be one. Only one kid's allowed on the boat at a time.
No, Boots.
What a strange attitude.
We've talked about this. We will like you even if we meet other children.
They're only going to take your pity away from me. Look,
No.
I've got no shoes on. My feet are cold.
We have
Look at
offered
me.
you shoes so many times. No, Boots. You always say no.
All right,
with it.
I guess we're ready to go.
Wait, one more question.
No more, I refuse.
Wait, the contract is silent on discovered goods along the way, shall we say? Might we be able to hold on to anything we find, love?
Yes, well, I feel that anything you find that isn't nailed down might find its way into your pockets, and how would the Delvers Guild be the wiser?
Oh, I feel better, Nan. Let's go.
Right then. You should know that there are dangerous rocks blocking our landing. Since we were last here, the unknown, the fog, has changed the landscape. Sharp and treacherous rocks have sprung up where we usually dock the boat. Therefore, I need my first mate, Weren't, to take you there. She calls for Weren't. She claps for him. And this very milquetoasty kind of hapless guy stumbles in wearing a wrinkled and unkempt sailor's outfit. And she says, Weren't, do you have the time bomb that we'll use to blow up those rocks that are blocking our docking? And he says, I've got it right here, Captain. And he pats it really hard. And then all of a sudden it starts going,
Oh dear,
we
I
run.
think we should move.
No, Boots runs.
oh, we've got to row this out to the rocks before it blows up. Hurry, let's go! So, you now have a ticking time bomb. You are on the riverboat Drastic. You need to get into the rowboat, get it out to the rocks, and blow up the rocks before it explodes.
Oh dear.
Okay?
Okay.
So, we're going to try some rolls to see how the basic mechanic of Time Without Tide works.
Okay.
And the basic way it works is that you will pick one of your traits. Traits are what you might call attributes in other role-playing games. There are only 3 traits in Time Without Tide. They are body, mind, and will. Body governs, of course, physical actions, athleticism. Mind, of course, thinking, knowing things.
Oh, no.
And
Just
I
in
would
case
love
people
it.
need a
I can't
visual
wait to see
reference.
what Paula does for will. And will governs what? What are you going to point to, Paula? Nice. I like it. Social interaction, matters of the heart, sometimes resisting the strange corruption of the unknown.
For people just listening, is this going to be possible for some people might just be listening to this as a podcast?
It's very possible.
I made a heart symbol. I made a millennial style heart symbol over my own heart.
Like
just
that you
for
said
full visual
millennial
reference.
style,
You
too.
could've done-
This is how millennials do it.
Oh, Chris is doing
I
the small,
love
tiny
the
K-pop
K-pop
parts. Wait, I'm
parts.
doing it wrong.
Well,
I don't know if I ever do it.
thank you for your gestures. But let me continue. So the traits are body, mind, and will, and you have a score in those traits. It's like 1 to like maybe 4, maybe 5 if you were like really getting up there advanced as a character. Each of those also has it acts as sort of an HP. Like they can go down. Meaning like your body, when you take a hit, if you have a body of 3, you can take like 3 hits before your character goes down, physical hits. The same with your mind. Some things do damage to your mind. If you had a mind of 4, you can take like 4 hits to your mind and then your character goes down. Okay? So you add your trait, like body, mind, or will, to a skill, and the skills are culture, industry, navigation, skullduggery, survival, and violence. Okay? So
Kinda disappointed we didn't get Paula poses for all those, but okay.
Oh, sorry.
Do skullduggery.
You don't have time, Paula. You can't have a pose for every
navigation. Skullduggery.
Skullduggery is just touching your chin.
Yeah, you're plotting, obviously, Jared. Survival is shielding yourself from the rain.
Oh, okay.
And violence is, of course, a gun.
Pointing a gun. So you are going to add your trait to a skill, creating a dice pool. For example, if you were doing body plus violence to hit somebody, and you had a body of 3 and a violence of 1, you would have 4 D6s. You always use D6s in your dice pool. Results of a 5 or 6 are successes, which in this game are called marks. And the difficulty to achieve an action is notated in marks as well. So a 2-mark test means you need to get 2 of either 5s or 6s on your roll to succeed at that roll. So now let us return to the action. First mate Weren't, this fool, is holding a ticking time bomb. You are in the riverboat Drastic, and you have to get it out to the rocks as quickly as possible. So let me know what you're going to try to do.
Is there a rowboat nearby?
Well, we'll be up on the deck. Do you want to run out to the deck with First Mate Weren't? Do you want to grab the bomb from him? Tell me what you're doing.
Can I just grab First Mate Weren't?
You can grab First Mate Weren't.
I will. I'll carry First Mate Weren't out to the deck.
Okay, so you're going to run with First Mate Weren't out to the deck. Now, First Mate Weren't and his time bomb are a little heavier than they look. So for this, I think I'd love a body plus... let's call it navigation, because you have to move quickly while carrying somebody, right?
Alrighty, so that's going to be 5d6 for me.
And I will make this a 1-mark test, meaning you only have to get 1, 5, or 6 to succeed.
1 correct. I got 2 marks.
Ooh.
2 marks. So not only did you succeed at the test, but you got 1 extra mark than you needed. We call that a boon, and a boon can be used for some extra beneficial effect. So in this particular case, what do you think would be a good extra beneficial effect?
I mean, honestly, that I don't set off the bomb in the process of carrying him across the deck and loading him into a rowboat.
That is a very beneficial effect. But I can tell you that there's enough time on the bomb that's not in danger of happening quite yet. Why don't we say that you get him all the way into the boat? You've already dropped him into the boat and it's ready to go. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right. All of our other characters follow behind you, Bunk, and now you're all on the edge of the deck, looking down at First Mate Weren't, holding the time bomb in the rowboat. And how are you going to shove off and get moving? Who wants to act next?
Well, I have a question.
Great.
Considering that Jared has run 50% of all of the TTRPGs that I've played. I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I'm thinking, can I reverse engineer it by saying I'd like to combine my mind and my industry? Because Dr. Vespal's smart, and I feel like industry is sort of like engineering related.
That's absolutely right. It would be dealing with tools and crafting and machines and structures.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm torn between trying to like figure out a way to get the boat pushed out towards where we want it to go, or engineering the bomb to make it last longer.
That's what I was thinking, Chris. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
I
interesting.
think that's a great idea.
Do you want to try that?
Yeah, I'm going to try to extend the time that we have on this time bomb.
Okay, great.
For those listening, Jared leaned in deviously to his microphone.
Do you want to try that?
So Dr. Vespel jumps down into the boat and grabs the bomb and starts tinkering with it to extend its time, or maybe even disarm it, possibly. Tell you what.
Well, we need the things blown up, right?
Yeah, you do need the things to blow up. That's a very good point. So you don't want to disarm it. You just want to extend the time, right?
Yes.
Okay, Dr. Vespel, give me a mind plus industry test.
Okay, that's 4. And I'll hop down and I start to tinker and I'll say, well, I'll just see if I can add a few more stripes to this rainbow. And I'm going to give you first of all, most basic Irish stereotype possible.
You know something? If you were able to do a specific Irish county, I would be so proud of you, but it's not required for this faux Victorian apocalyptic
For the
world.
dialect, yeah. I'm from County Killarney, I am.
Yeah.
There you go.
I rolled 1-5.
You rolled 1-5. I'm going to call that a 1-mark test. You believe that you've extended the duration. You believe that you might have like 10 full minutes to get it out to the rocks now.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
If we're all in the boat, I could start to row us out. I take, both rows with paddles, or whatever they're called, in a boat, and I could start to row, perhaps using my body and navigation, maybe?
Body plus navigation to kind of row it out there quickly.
I believe that's navigation.
Yeah, can I use my navigation with my
Sure,
body?
you can use your navigation.
Can we navigate my body to... Sorry. Yeah, great. So that's 6, because I have a 4 in body and a 2 in navigate. 1,
That's
2,
a
3,
lot.
4, 5. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow, you're
that
really
looks good.
smart.
That's what I was like, I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Paula?
Paula's dice luck rears its head.
interesting.
But don't worry, I rolled 1-5 out of 6 dice.
Wow. Okay. So 1-5, I'm going to say that if you had gotten some boons, you got out there very quickly. But I think with like 1-5, you all like row out there and you have about a minute to go before it blows up.
What?
It takes a while to get into a dinghy and then row out to some rocks like off the
We are
edge
lucky. We are
of the
lucky
shore.
That Dr. Vespel extended the time on the bomb.
And
I'm sorry, I can't row us any faster.
Bunk is actively not helping you because he finds it the stress amusing.
No Boots has his feet in the water and he's dragging it a little bit, so he's making it slower.
Yeah.
What?
First Mate Warrant is just sitting there, like shivering and looking like horrified, and he puts the bomb down in front of him, and he's like shaking his head. No, I won't do it. I won't do it. It's not my time. I can't. I'm sorry.
Not your time for what, love?
Not my time to die.
You think... So you don't want to throw the bomb because you're afraid that if you do, you'll die?
So he's not going to throw it. He
has to go place it.
He's got to go place it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
No Boots is gonna stand up and get his feet out of the water. He's gonna walk on the boat, like making it rock a little bit, and he's just gonna slap this first mate across the face. And he's gonna... do you want me to do a roll?
I think you should, and I think that it sounds like you're trying to slap him to like get a hold of yourself, right?
Yeah, I was thinking of using my violence and maybe like my mind or something, like to intimidate.
I think that might be a will plus violence.
A will, okay. I like that.
Give me a will plus violence roll.
All right, come on.
We'll call it 1 mark as well.
Okay, I got 1 success.
That's enough. You slap him, and it's the kid that slaps him in the face. And what do you say?
He says, "What? You want one of us to die then? Look at me. I'm just a child." You need to be a man. And he picks up the bomb and he shoves it back into his hands. Take this and get off the boat.
He jumps down into the water, which at this point is kind of like up to his, high on his chest, almost to his neck. And he's carrying the bomb out to the rocks. And that is the point where all of you notice that there are some very strange colors kind of glistening ahead of him, like in the water. Like you see beautiful hues of kind of a pearlescent green and fuchsia and just all kinds of strange colors there ahead of him in the water. What do you do?
Does it look familiar in all my travels? Have I seen anything quite like this? Do I know what it means?
You might need to, make a roll to find that out.
Maybe a mind and a culture?
Sure.
Or survival?
I think mind plus survival would be best.
It's all right. That's 5 dice, so let's go.
I'm imagining like an oil spill almost in water, like that kind of like pearlescent looking stuff on the top layer.
Yes, yes.
Nice word, pearlescent.
Thank you.
I rolled 2 successes, so I think I know what this is, plus maybe something extra.
This is, you are seeing down into the water. You recognize the Sirena as a species of poisonous anemone that he is about to walk right into.
For my boon, can I call out to him in time to stop him from walking right in?
He stops. And he's like, why am I stopped?
Weren't? Do not go further through that. Look in front of you. It's poison anemones. Poison things.
Anemones.
With friends like these, who needs anemones?
Wow, I wish there was a way to give you a bottle cap. Yeah. All right. So he is now going to go around the anemones.
That's right. Good man. Well done.
And he places the bomb. And he turns around and he's like, got it! And
then,
since everybody succeeded at all of their rolls, it's a success. It explodes right behind him. And he goes flying up out of the water toward you. But luckily over the nest of poisonous anemones and over your boat, splashing down behind you. And these big jagged rocks are no more. There's just a curl of smoke coming up from them. And soon it merges with the vast walls of fog that at all times are closing in around you. But of course, Sirena currently has her great light. So your small ship is lit. And you have now unblocked the dock. I'll just mention one other thing to remind my players and to let the listeners know, if you had failed at a test, you can always take 1 mind damage, and then you can re-roll any dice that you'd like to try that test again. So if that had happened, we could have done a re-roll. That's called straining. So let me know if you ever fail a test if you would like to strain.
Sorry, Jared, you strain to roll another die or you re-roll the whole thing?
You can re-roll as many of your dice in that pool as you want. So if you rolled a mind plus violence test and it failed, you take that same pool again and re-roll as many dice as you want, but you take 1 mind damage.
And so would that lower our pool? So like my mind is 3 right now. So if I took a damage, would my pool for any future mind rolls then be 2?
That is incorrect. So that is a very good point to point out though. Your health meter for that trait is separate from the trait itself. So if you have a body of 4 and some monsters hit you during the adventure, when you're making body rolls, you're still rolling all 4 of your dice for body. But if you ever get from 4 to 0, your character, starts dying. And we'll talk about what happens if that happens when we get there. Okay?
I'm sure we'll be fine.
Paula, you have to say, watch me do my body roll.
Watch me do my body roll.
Watch me do my body roll. My body roll. Okay. So now I'm going to take you to our hex map.
Ooh.
And our hex map is a big part of this game. Delves involve hex crawling across the world of fog, and they involve actually going down into dungeons or forgotten places. That's called your delve. And you can see here where the riverboat Drastic has docked and put you ashore here near the cliffs on which Fairflaw Lighthouse stands. And let us talk about what is ahead of you, okay? So you have the beach there, and ahead of you loom these enormous cliffs. They are very, very high. And even from here, you can see the lighthouse all the way out there on that sort of southwestern kind of tip of the landmass. You can see it kind of above and to your left from where you're standing right now. And you know, and your map tells you that the cliffs ahead, they are quite a job to get through. But you see that sort of ladder icon there? Mm-hmm. That represents the stairs. These cliffs long ago, stairs were carved into them. So that can kind of speed up your travel a little bit to go up those stairs. Then once you're up there onto the plateau above the ocean, you have a choice to make. You can either travel into the forest hex here and cross the river, or you can brave this broken bridge that crosses the river here to the south. And then you'll go down the peninsula and into the lighthouse and see if you can reignite it.
Cool.
Each travel day is going to be divided into 3 segments. At the end of 3 segments, you must camp or you suffer fatigue, okay? You have to have ward assigned while you're traveling. What is ward? Well, I mentioned earlier how Cyrena had her big light protecting everybody from the fog. That's ward. In this game, there's this light mechanic, and if you don't cover your characters with light, the weird and insidious influence of the fog gets in. And when people breathe the fog and have it touch them, it starts to change them, to mutate them into horrors and monsters. What it does immediately in a game mechanic sense is it starts to do damage to you, and any other monsters or horrors you encounter, they are more powerful and harder to hit. It's easier for them to hit you, and it's harder to hit them. So, at the start of each segment, you should assign ward to each traveler. Because Paula decided to take the Cyrena character who has 4 ward from her Great Light, she could say, I'm giving 1 of my ward to each of my party, and that's done. And unless that changes, we can leave it there for now, okay?
Great.
If for some reason Cyrena got taken out, lost, her light got destroyed, something, untoward like that happened, then we would have to change how that ward is distributed. But for now, while traveling, Cyrena can cover you all.
Also, Paula, just know if we get into fights and you have to ward hexes around us, I have a lantern that grants 2 ward.
Ooh, nice. Okay, cool. So we have some flexibility to what we can light then if we get into combat. Nice.
That's right.
Cool.
A hex crawl also has, random events that sometimes happen. Okay? So I'm going to roll for journey events every once in a while. I want to look up the actual rule on this because you don't always get an event every time a segment happens, but you might get one. So let's see. Let me go to page 18 here where it talks about random events. So yeah, just like any hex crawl, you might come up across random encounters.
Cool.
At the start of each segment, your keeper secretly rolls 2d6s. Each die that rolls a 6 triggers a random event. Multiple 6s mean multiple events.
Oh my goodness.
Random events aren't always negative. They can also present opportunities. For example, you might stumble across an unmapped shortcut, get the drop on a distracted horror, or find worms in your tinned rations halfway through a bite.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh, no.
I don't like that one. Don't roll that one, Jared.
This world is too gritty. Jared, stop.
It's not gritty at all. It's whimsical but gloomy.
The spoiler at the end is it just says it's present day.
This is your real life.
You guys are about to find the Statue of Liberty, and you're going to be like, what?
What
Whoa.
Okay, so...
Well, should we go to the stairs
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
and climb up the cliff that way?
Great
I think we could walk up an old set of stairs. I'm not scared of no
Probably.
stairs.
You go
Yeah,
first.
Dr. Vespal will turn back towards where Warrant was and just say, I suggest next time, don't enable the bomb until you get to where you want to be.
He's way out in the water, and he goes, what?
And I say, I suggest next half. Never mind.
And then also, I assume we're keeping the... Oh, no, we can teleport back. We don't need to keep the rowboat with us.
He can take the boat back with him, I believe.
Okay, yeah. So No Boots just with his bare foot just kicks the boat back in Warrant's direction and says, good luck!
And you hear him say, oh, thank you. Oh, thank God. As the boat slowly sort of like, drifts out to him. So he has a way to get back to the riverboat drastic.
A bloody moron. Let's go to the stairs.
Moron. A moron.
Moron.
A real moron, a maroon, you might say.
Unlike me.
So now you're going to cross your first hex, and it's going to take you one segment of this first day to get across the beach to the cliff stairs. Okay. So because we are at we're covering a segment, and I'm even going to we're going to keep track of how long it takes you to get there, because that's super important, right?
Yeah, for our
Let's
contract,
see.
right?
Yeah, for your contract. So let me bring up the contract, and the contract has this beautiful calendar for us. And I'm going to cross off, using my tools here, the first segment. And I'm also going to make the random roll to see if there's going to be any.
I love tables
Events.
and random encounters in TTRPGs. I think it's so fun.
Yeah.
It is fun. Here we go.
It's both old school and a little bit in vogue.
Yeah, yes.
So you're crossing the area.
What is it?
You're
What
crossing the
is it?
beach. You guys are trundling along the beach. What are you talking about or doing as you cross the beach? You're staying well within Cyrena's and Vespal's light.
I hold it up high. I'm excited to be hopefully spreading more light across this world once we've relit the lighthouse. I do think this is a worthy cause beyond just the money.
The money is also a worthy cause. I'm always after a little more dust, aren't we all?
Well, it can be put to good use.
I'm just happy to be out from under the factories. I live there, under the factories, in the ground. So it's nice to get some fresh air out here. I can smell, it smells like birds. Never smelled a bird before. Anybody else smell birds?
All of you sniff the air, and it indeed kind of smells like birds in a weird way. Although you weren't sure that you ever knew what that smell was.
Oh, that's what that smell is.
I never would have thought to describe that way, but now that you say it, I think you're right.
Yes, birds.
Cyrena,
Yes.
you seem quite the heroic type. How do you feel with the three of us? You're a bit of a motley crew for one such as a noble like yourself.
Well, I surely can say you're all exciting. You've given me many adventures, and you know there's light in every bit of darkness, so not everyone might understand you, but I see the light in each of you. And if I'm honest, the darkness in each of you, well, it is exciting, isn't it?
That's so beautiful. They're all diamonds in the rough, right? They're just waiting to show you their beautiful, noble, heroic potential. But right now, what they do is...
I've never had friends before, really, so I'm willing to accept anyone at this point.
Bunk, your foot cracks something that's kind of partially sticking up out of the sand. It sounds like a little bit of a metallic clunk as your boot hits it.
Interesting. I have an ability or a wheel record called Crust.
Oh.
Which gives me this. I basically can sense vibrations and I can interpret them.
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
I've got a sense of what moves beneath the earth.
Yes.
Is
Are
this-
you
is-
using that now?
It doesn't cost me anything to use it, right? I can just
Nope.
It
Doesn't
would
cost
stay
any
on
money.
there if it does. I
Yeah,
think.
some things have charges. So some of your records, your body, mind, and will records have charges, and they have little areas you check off as you use them up, and you can replenish them after a long 3-day rest. But I think crust just happens whenever you want it to happen.
Yeah, so I can use it to target creatures, perceive shapes, which is probably useful here, or detect movement, but I cannot detect color, detail, or anything disconnected from the ground.
Well, I'd say in this case, your strange sense acts as kind of a metal detector. And you detect not only the object your boot just hit, but 2 more kind of like buried in the sand near you. And they're small. They look like small little oblong containers to your crust sense. You'd have to dig them up to find out what they are. Be
Hold
careful.
Hold on, Mubs. There's something beneath our feet.
Oh, is it treasure?
It could be either that or something that might destroy us all. Let's tread carefully.
Yes.
And I'm going to use my pickaxe to very delicately dig out metallic objects.
You find that the object right in front of you, and ostensibly the others are similar or the same, is a tin of Gentleman Wonderful's sardines and sauce.
My favorite.
It says prize included on the tin.
A prize.
Genuine, wonderful.
Gentleman
sardines.
Wonderfuls.
Gentleman wonderful.
I've never had these before. Have any of you? Are they good?
Oh, I've only ever eaten the remnants from the cans left out in the garbages. Never really had a whole fish, just the sauces.
Wow, your life has been so sad.
I don't actually need to eat anymore. Or drink nothing.
That's
So I
bull.
actually have no...
What about the prize? Don't you want a prize? Let's open it now.
No, wait. Let me take a look first. Can I use mind and skullduggery to see if there's anything suspicious about this?
Very, very cool. Yes, give me a mind plus skullduggery roll. That's a great idea.
That is 5.
Let's go.
I got 1 5.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nicely done. You know that the surprise in Gentleman Wonderful's sardines and sauce is sometimes that it explodes because the pressurization technology used to keep the sardines fresh is experimental and largely untested.
I'd be careful with that, No Boots. Sometimes bad food gives you gas.
No Boots is like holding the can, shaking it, and just slowly stop shaking it. So-
You could still open it, but you know that Dr. Vespel has said that sometimes they explode, and there are 2 more tins there under the sand. It's up to you.
Let me see.
All right.
Could I use my mind and my industry to try to figure out a way to open it without that wouldn't set off the explode the pressurization?
Like release
Absolutely,
the pressure
yeah.
slowly.
Absolutely.
So that
It's
would
like
be-
when you get handed one of the little like creamer cups on an airplane and you're
When it's-
for your coffee and you're trying to
Yeah.
open it really carefully because the pressure on the airplane means it goes pfft, and little bits of creamer fly everywhere. That's what I'm picturing right now.
Give me
Yeah, it's-
your mind plus industry test, my friend.
One can is clearly bulging.
1 mark. And a bunch of
so-
ones.
That is enough for
Ooh.
you to know that you can confirm Vespel's warning. The 1 tin you found is likely to explode. Another tin you found is definitely not going to explode and may have a prize inside. And because you only got 1 mark and not 2 marks, I'm going to say 1 tin is the mystery tin. You're not sure what it'll do.
All right.
Exciting.
Let's save this one for a little surprise for our enemies, shall we? And I'll put the one that's destined to explode aside.
Ooh.
Okay.
No Boots says, "Can I have the can? The one that was setting aside. I think I could do something real nice with it.
All right, here you go.
And I'll have empty slots and I won't have full pockets." And he takes it and puts it in his pocket.
And then we'll open the other one, and we'll all share some sardines and see what we get as a prize.
What's our prize?
You pop it open, and there is a $1 silver toy. And it's of a dancing lady. She does like
my goodness, how charming.
And
a little
Bunk
dancing silver woman.
Bunk starts to cry.
Oh, Bunk.
Just like a silent tear starts running down his crusty cheek. He says, "Sometimes it's easy to forget there was a world before this one. And you encounter an object of beauty like this."
No Boots picks it up and kisses it.
Aw.
And puts it in
Yes.
Bunk's hand.
We shall remember this dancing lady as the inspiration for this delve.
Maybe you're the Dancing Lady Delvers now. Maybe that's the name of your
We're the
group.
dancing lady delvers. Yes, I like it.
Does anyone wear like a helmet or like a hat?
Could we?
I've got a hat on my
Ooh,
head.
No Boots
Shall
takes
I-
the dancing lady and like puts it in your hat like the mast of a ship
Into
at the front.
the ribbon brim at the front of it. It looks
Yeah.
Are you wearing a
Yes.
fedora? What are you wearing?
Is it like a top hat?
top hat.
Oh, even better. Oh my gosh.
Very
Yeah.
elegant.
I'm not dissimilar from I was going to say an emancipating president.
I do have to say, the Dancing Lady Delvers does make us sound like exotic dancers who
A
may
burlesque troupe?
Yep.
moonlight in other services.
Uh-huh.
But sure.
I like it.
Okay. So you have now crossed the beach, and you now see.
Is the sardine tasty?
The sardines are. Are they tasty? They're salty. They're
I've never had anything
very
like
salty.
it before. Oh, new experiences, aren't they lovely?
Yeah. Yeah. You need plenty of water after having a couple of these sardines. You finally have moved along the beach all the way to the cliff face where you know the stairs to be, and you can see those stairs kind of going up in switchbacks, but quickly they disappear into the ever-present swirling fog around you. Now, getting up these stairs all the way up to the plateau above is a complex test. That means you need a certain amount of successes in order to get all the way to the top. Your party as a group can all help contribute successes together, okay? And you can do one roll per segment, I believe, of the day. So, for example, if it was a 4 PL project, that they call it PL. It means you would need 4 marks altogether to get through it. And if you all rolled a success, you would get through it in one segment. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
You are going to, this is the beginning of the second segment of your first day. I'm going to go ahead and cross it off on our calendar. I'm going to go over there and do that. And a little while later, I'll even let you guys look at the calendar. Maybe when we come back from a break or something, I'll let you look at the calendar so you can see these segments crossed off. And I'm going to roll for random events because that's what I got to do. Okay. This is fun. I do love random rolls. I really do. Let's take a look here. So you're going to start climbing up these stairs.
Mhm.
And what do you think you use as to complete this complex task? What combination of trait and skill do you think you use? I would say it's probably pretty obvious that you use body to do it,
Yeah.
right? But if you had an idea for something else, I would allow it.
Could I use industry? And I'll use my kind of knowledge of, Bunk was somebody he was a sewersmith. He kind of worked in the infrastructure of the world. So maybe he understands like how best to step on these stairs so not to disturb anything or break them. And he's trying to move, or he also can move more quickly because he's like, oh, I can, hop around this way.
I think that's great. What was the combo you're proposing?
Body and industry.
Yeah, I think that's great. You can do that if you'd like. So let's go ahead and say in this next segment, I'll let you know when a random event occurs. But for now, why don't we start with Bunk, like kind of describing to everybody, what the best strategy is to get up these stairs. And why don't you go ahead and roll your body plus industry?
Okay. I got 2 marks on that.
Okay.
2 marks. So you're already 2
done.
marks toward your goal. That's very, very good. Can you guys please make sure you keep track of your marks, and I will as well.
Yes.
So you have now started up, and it is slow going and arduous, but Bunk has described to you, how to kind of hip, stutter step, across when you get like close to the switchback instead of going all the way up to the top of the switchback and then up again. And you are making some progress. Who would like to roll next?
I have a thought. Since we've started and we're making really good progress, no boots, I kind of want to use mind and skullduggery, which is used for finding secrets and spotting clues. And I kind of want to see, he's on the lookout for treasure now that we found these sardine cans, and he's thinking, what better place than in these alcoves of this old staircase? And especially if somebody came here and ransacked the lighthouse and put the light out or something, maybe as they fled, they dropped things or hid things. So he's just looking for goods.
Okay. I'm not going to count that toward the project. That seems like a separate thing, right?
Perfect.
It's not really climbing
You're
cliff
not
steps.
helping at all.
Perfect. I'm not helping at all.
Give me the roll, though, if you'd like to look around for
Okay.
things.
All right, perfect. Mostly because I have ones in everything except violence, so I'm minimally helpful. Minimally helpful. All right, let's see.
I wish you could just say that in real life, Sydney.
I know, it's so not like me,
You got
though.
ones and everything except violence.
I've got ones and everything except violence. 1 success. Wow.
1 success. Okay, you find a kind of hole in the rock. It's kind of like a little cubby that leads back into the rock, a little crevice.
Oh, big enough for a body or?
A person could definitely go back in there.
What have
He
you
calls
spotted?
out,
No boots.
hold on. I think I could squeeze through here. I might have found a shortcut. And he's going to start army crawling into this hole head first.
He suddenly is aware of many dark shapes
Yeah,
Kind
I
of
don't know if this is a good idea.
breathing or moving in the darkness of the crevice. And he's also aware that he has left the light. And these shapes go, and then hundreds of birds come blasting out of the hole, knocking back No Boots onto his butt inches from the edge of the cliff, and they spray out over all of you who are desperately trying to hold on to the staircase. Could everybody please give me a body plus survival test?
Let's go.
Oh, it's the birds! I knew I smelled them! Oh!
You were right. It did smell like birds.
He did smell
yes.
birds.
Now,
He
tell you
smelled
right
birds the
now,
whole
I'll be
time.
straining on this one.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Can I? Well, here's
Well,
a
wait,
question.
don't tell me anything, because why don't we find out how everybody did on their test and whether they fell to their doom when we come back after this short break.
Oh,
Go to the
literal
link here on the
cliffhanger.
video, click it, go to the backer kit for Time Without Tide, support this project, and you can play this adventure with your friends. It's already a ton of fun, and be sure to click the link here so let them know that the Glass Cannon sent you. We'll be right back.
Natural f***ing 20.
When Skid said he was playing Babe Ruth, I knew it was going to be a good night.
Welcome back to our playthrough of the Quick Start for Time Without Tide, a new game from Chaosium that takes place in a faux Victorian apocalyptic world of mutating fog. It's weird, it's gonzo, it's creepy, it's whimsical, and we want you to go and click on the Sydney's making all kinds of strange gestures, but I think what her gestures mean is that we'd like for you to click on the link below the video to go to the backer kit for Time Without Tide and support this game. Let them know the Glass Cannon sent you by clicking on this specific link. And support this game, because this game combines so many elements of games I love. It's a dungeon crawl. It's a hex crawl. It's a faux Victorian setting. We know I love those from Haunted City and Blades in the Dark. So please, please, please support this game. We want more cool original games like this to show up all the time. And
what I was doing, Jared, was actually showing off Paula's interpretations of the skills by her sort of like the survival, the gun was violence.
Violence, skullduggery
was like sort of like a fuckboy pose. Yeah.
Skullduggery is a fuck. Oh, show me a fuckboy pose again. What does that look like? Oh, that's what a fuckboy looks like.
Yeah, kind of like this. Like,
as opposed to a soy boy. You know, two different
well, okay,
sides
so
of the same coin.
I'm not a fuck boy and I'm not a soy boy, but I am a wife guy. What's a wife guy pose?
That's the worst of all.
Is it you're on the phone with your wife because you're calling her because you pay attention?
Yeah.
Wife guy.
Wife guy.
Wife guy.
I just want to say this game was authored by David Naylor and James Coquillat. I think I'm getting that name correct. Coquillat. David Naylor and James Coquillat. They created this game, and our good buddy Brian Holland has had a lot to do with it. Brian Holland, who GMs Pendragon here on the channel. There's art by Tom Williams, Ty Carey, Leo Sherrill, Martina Starzuska, Yuchen Wang, Tom Robinson, Tom Williams, and the art is awesome. I think we can all agree. It looks really cool and is evocative of the game. Guys, thank you, those of you who wrote and produced this game, for letting us play it and give it a try. Let's get back to the action. Okay, so our heroes our delvers are climbing up this cliff face along these stairs when No Boots, the orphan troublemaker, decides to stick his head in a hole, and suddenly an enormous flock of hundreds of birds burst forth. That's why you smelled birds earlier, and they're threatening to smash into you all and knock you off the side of the cliff. I had you all make body plus survival tests. How did it go? No Boots, how was your test?
1 success.
No Boots, 1 success would be enough, except I'm going to say 1 success, 1 mark is enough for all of the other delvers. For No Boots, who actually had his head in the hole, it is a 2-mark test. Would you like to strain to try to solve the test, or would you like to...
I'd like to do something else.
Okay.
I have a will ability, will records. It's called Craps. And because I'm like a gambler, I got dice, I'm like a little troublemaker. In this, it's an adaptation. It has 3 charges. When I make a test, I can spend charges to change 1 non-mark dice, a result of a 4 or lower, into a mark per charge spent. Whoa. So I'm going to spend 1 charge, and it's like the fates. Like, he has this luck, this ability, this innate ability. He scoots back on his buddy, almost topples backward, like down these steps. And at the last minute, he puts his hand out into like another crevasse and is able to like steady himself. And I get the 2 marks needed.
Well done. And you can just mark that charge of craps off of your sheet. Excellent. Yep. Okay. So now let's ask Dr. Vespel. How did you do, sir?
Well, if we were playing Yahtzee, I did great. Is this Yahtzee we're playing?
This is not Yahtzee.
Oh, dang.
I rolled 3 2s and 2 1s to get a full house.
3 2s. Okay, so that's a full house of failure. And that's not a bad dice pool for 4 dice. So would you like to strain or take the failure? Straining means... Paula's had a question. What is your question?
I got something too.
I have a proposal. Well, I just want to know, before people take damage to strain and things, not to act out of turn, but I rolled 3 marks. So I will get 2 boons, and I don't know if those boons can be used to perhaps help people who did not succeed. And I just want to throw it out there in case that's the case, because I'd hate for someone to take strain when they didn't need to. That's why I'm interrupting.
I think that the rules don't specifically state that you can do that, But I think boons should be usable for cool things. And Cyrena is almost kind of the leader of the group, and she's got that big light. I feel like that's fair. Would you like to use your boons to protect both Dr. Vespel and... Actually, we're going to stick with the craps that No Boots used. That happened. But let's see how...
Well,
If
Paula,
that's okay,
I'll
unless
say-
Chris, there's something you would rather do, but that is an option for you. Completely up to you.
I think it's good to keep in mind. However, I've got a mind record called Under Pressure. It has 3
Under
charges
pressure.
available, and it means that I can strain without taking any damage.
Oh.
Well, what do you
So
want to do? Do you want to strain
You
without
do
taking
you.
damage and use a charge of your ability? Or do you just want Cyrena to cover you for this one?
I'm gonna use my ability
Use your
and
cool
keep
ability.
these boons available for other times.
Okay, no
And
problem.
I will let me roll again, and then I'll say, surely that wasn't the way it was meant to go.
Wait, I can see a different timeline.
And we're trying to keep from falling off the cliff, right?
Well,
Or from the birds.
you're
Oh, I
trying
know
to
what to do.
prevent a negative effect of the birds hitting you. Let's put it that way.
Well, the birds flew in my face, but then I'm not someone who needs to eat. I have no need of sustenance anymore, but I do. Instead of being bashed in the head by one of the birds, which would knock me off balance, I did get 1 mark, and I just opened my maw and just chomped down on one, and then spit it out.
Oh.
Creepy and off-putting. But what a cool use of your record, your mind record. That was Under Pressure. Very cool. And now, let us now turn to Bunk. Bunk, how'd you do?
I rolled 3 marks as well.
Ooh. What cool thing can we do with all our extra marks, Jared?
Yeah, I got so many marks in this situation, and no one else needs them.
No one needs our help, Matthew.
Well, I have just one other wrinkle to throw out here, and we're learning the game, so there is absolutely no problem with what happened here. But I might have a problem with our friend Dr. Vespel's use of his item, of his record.
Oh.
And the issue is that his record, that Under Pressure, has a mask on it.
Oh, yes?
And the
What
mask
does that mean?
connects to
Is it only on
skullduggery.
skullduggeries?
I think it's only on skullduggeries. Just like the little tent under Field Medic is for survivals.
Ruh-roh.
What was skullduggery again, Paula?
Well, oh yeah, that's interesting.
Let me
that
Because
was
under field medic is just like an ability I have where I
Some
can,
plotting.
if someone gets hurt, I just move towards them.
Yeah,
like-
so how does that have to do with survival, right?
Yeah.
Very, very, very good question. I am going to rule for now that your record works as you used it, and let's move on with the game. But
I like it.
I'll look it up and we'll see if it matters later, because I agree with you. When I look carefully at your survival field medic ability, I don't see how that would have to involve a survival roll. So
Maybe it has to do with what you're like qualified to take as a record based on your stats.
right, maybe you need a
That you have.
certain stat, because
It's
we
like
can
a prerequisite.
see. Yes, that's
Prerequisite.
very good guess, Paula, because we don't have full character creation rules because we have a quick start here, but those are 2 skills that Dr. Vespel does have, at level 2. He has 2 points of skullduggery and survival. That may very well be what it is. So, regardless, we are ruling that you have done that, Dr. Vespel, successfully. You have bitten a bird. You have bitten down on a living bird.
It's very Ozzy Osbourne
It
in
is.
that bat.
Yeah. And then we established that Bunk and Cyrena both got multiple boons to their roll. So you guys have all succeeded. No one takes any damage. Nobody falls off the cliff.
That was almost real bad. Is everyone all right? I didn't know there was going to be birds in there. I knew I smelt something, but I didn't know it was going to be birds. What's
Yes.
so funny? What's so
Everybody
funny?
gives No Boots the cold shoulder.
Yeah, we ignore
No,
Wait
it.
for me. Wait for me.
Maybe just try to walk up the stairs, love. All right? We're just trying to get to the top of the plateau.
Stay on
Oh,
mission.
no, Boots. You bugger. You absolutely muffed it all up again.
No, no, Boots. We don't talk about ourselves that way.
Especially in the
Remember.
third person.
Yes,
All right. No,
There's
Boots,
light inside all
you
of us.
smarty. You little
Yes.
smarty.
that's right. You smarty, you were looking for a shortcut or maybe some treasure, and that's fine. But there was a bad consequence. But we survived it. And now we put it behind us and we move forward. As the hallowed light always says, shine the light in front of you and leave the darkness behind you. So, pip pip, carry on.
Pip, pip, carry on. And to carry on, let's see how much farther you can get up these cliff stairs during this segment, because we are still doing a complex task here, and we are trying to accrue the number of successes needed. We have 2 so far from Bunk.
We need
Would
2 more?
Someone else try to give me one, and unless you have an alternate pitch, this is a body plus navigation test.
I could try.
Cyrena, go for it.
Pretty good body navigation. Follow me. I shall try to push that light in front of us and guide our way. Yes.
Is this things where we can assist, or do we have to be in the same?
You could assist if you wanted to. Yeah, you guys are all together.
It has to be a navigation assist.
That is correct.
Okay, never mind. I have 0.
Right. It's all right. I have 2 in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, I got 2 6s.
Very well done. That brings you up to 4 marks on this test. And I believe that No Boots has sort of done a major action for the segment, and so now has Cyrena and Bunk. So that leaves Dr. Vespel. Dr. Vespel, if you'd like, you can make the body plus navigation test to try to add successes for this segment.
Sure. Just out of curiosity, what does it look like if I fail?
If you fail, there won't be a...
Well, I could just try.
Well, there won't be... If you fail in this particular case, unless it was really kind of very bad with some sort of a random event or something, it just means that you don't make much progress. It might mean that you're slowing all of them down, and it might mean that you might not complete the entire contract by spring's 3rd, 6th day.
Okay, I'll go for it. I have just the body 3. I have 0 navigation. Oh, but I rolled a 4, a 5, and a 6.
Well, there you go. That's 2.
Ooh.
Yep.
So you're up to 6 successes, and that segment is over. And I can tell you when Vespel comes up one more ridge, the fog sort of parts for a moment, and you all are given this beautiful, breathtaking vista of the water, and out there you can see the riverboat Drastic, and you can see the land around Fairflaw Lighthouse sort of spread out before you. And if you had any mind damage, it would heal 1 mind damage, but you do not. So we are going to keep moving on. I'm going to now move on to the next segment. I'm going to cross it off on our little calendar.
So that's like, what is it? It's day, evening, and night? Are those the
You
segments of each
pretty
day?
much got it, although it's a little confusing because you probably shouldn't travel at night. But basically, 3 segments in the day, and then you need to, let's call them morning, afternoon, and evening.
That
let's
sounds-
say,
yeah,
and
great,
then
okay.
and then you have to camp after the the 3rd segment you do in a row, or you start to take fatigue, which has its own effect on you. So I'm crossing off this next segment, and I'm rolling for random events while you climb up these hills. Wow, these dice are interesting.
You think we'll find any more sardines?
I hope so. This can's really burning a hole in my pocket. And he's just holding the extremely about to explode can. He's shaking it.
Okay, maybe don't shake it, please. No Boots.
Just getting hungry is all.
Yes,
Absolutely gutted about those birds. I'm so sorry, Vespel. So sorry.
Okay, so everything's going great, and you see that beautiful vista ahead of you, and then you keep moving, And I would like for the next person to make that body plus navigation test or an alternate test. And now each of you can, make a significant action again. We're in a new segment. We're in the evening of this first day.
But we're still
in the
trying to
same
get
hex.
up these stairs.
And that's right. You have not yet accumulated all of the successes you need to get up the stairs.
And so it was only... Sorry, how many have you said how many we need?
I have not said, and I'm not.
Okay.
In this particular case,
so
I'm
it's
keeping
just
it to
4
myself.
for that segment.
I can tell you,
So we
you
definitely
feel
need
like
it.
you're near the top.
Got it. Okay. Understood.
You succeeded at more than 4. You guys
Yes.
collected a
Got
total of
6.
6.
Yes.
Bunk is going to try the same test. Body plus industry.
Great.
Okay, and that is 2 marks.
2 marks, and Bunk leads you up onto the ridge, and that is when an incredible storm suddenly comes down on you.
Ooh.
The fog closes in, and you see flashes of lightning, and the thunder bangs so hard it feels like it shakes the whole cliff. You see rocks fall from the various precipices as a storm of driving rain moves in. This was a random encounter. You are now exposed because you're still just out on the lip of the plateau as the storm blasts off the sides of these highlands, and you now must give me a will plus survival test.
Oh.
Will plus survival. Yeah, I'm really glad I'm wearing a like the door of a boiler on my chest right now. The tallest thing around underneath.
I like that. I like that look. Everybody needs to make this test, by the way. You're all caught in the storm. Will plus survival.
I'm gonna have to strain.
Okay, our first strain. So you take 1 mind damage, and you can re-roll any dice you like.
I'm gonna re-roll all of them. Okay, I got 1 mark on the reroll.
1 mark is a success. Bunk, you are able to trod through the driving rain and stay upright and not lose your bearing. How about Cyrena? How are you doing?
Well, I rolled 6 dice and not a single success.
Would you like to strain?
Yeah, probably. I'm looking at my abilities, and I don't think any of them are quite right to use in this exact moment.
What I'd like to say
yes, I will
about
strain.
this quick start is I'm really thankful that the writers made sure to tell me what the negative consequences of failing a roll are each time. That's an important thing in a game. It's like, what happens if something good happens, and what happens if something bad happens. So if you strain, you'll take 1 mind damage, but you will avoid the other negative consequence of failing the roll.
I look even harder for some sort of shelter or something to help my friends. I reach out to the hallowed light and ask for guidance. Please, if you are really there, help me.
It was the noise that did it.
Yeah, that time I got 3 marks.
Ooh.
So
Well
quite
done.
a swing. Oh, actually, I roll 6 dice. Okay, yeah, just 3. I only have 5, so I have to keep re-rolling one.
3 marks. Well done. I'm going to say
Worth
that's
it.
just a success, and it's worth that 1 mind damage you took. Please make sure to mark
Yes.
that you've taken 1 mind
Marked.
damage. Dr. Vespel, a will plus survival test.
Well, I failed.
Okay.
But I'm just curious about this from a gameplay perspective. I kind of want, I could strain. I could also do under pressure. But also, I kind of just want to let it happen and see what
wanna know
happens.
the bad
Is
Is
that
that
wrong?
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Do you really want to because maybe it's resources, hex crawls and dungeon
Yeah, I don't
delves
wanna-
are resource management. Maybe you want to keep the other charges of your under pressure, right?
That is specifically what I was thinking of.
yeah,
Chris, not only is it not wrong, it's also refreshing.
I know that is true.
Just accept the
because,
failure. Yes.
Chris famously, if you've watched our other show, The Secret Fire that Chris and Paula and I do together, is kind of new to TTRPGs. And so, Chris, you might not know, or you might have experienced this in the board gaming world somewhat, although I think it is more acceptable in the board gaming world. There are some players who would wish for nothing anything negative to never happen to their character ever, ever, ever. And if something negative happens to them, it's a huge failure on someone's part. It might be the GM, or it might be the game designer, or it might be their party members, but it's rarely them themselves.
What if it's the dice? You need to buy new, better dice.
Oh, it's
The
my
dice.
dice.
It could
It's
be the
always
dice.
my dice.
Sometimes the dice
My
do
dice
get
suck.
blamed. The poor, innocent dice.
They're not
I will-
innocent.
Two things I want to bring up is I am going to let it happen. The other thing is I was just looking at the rules a little bit. You can assist with a different skill if the keeper thinks it makes sense.
Oh.
That's true. Okay, very good.
And I believe those icons are for the mind records are specifically called, there's this name for what the mind records are.
Yeah.
They're called features.
Features.
And those things do get a little, I think they get a little icon based on which, like when we, like if we kept going and we like get points and we spent them to acquire new features, we'd attach it to one of our skills.
Right, you would need, it was as Paula was saying, I think, you need the skill at a certain level to be able to get certain features, right?
Yeah.
Very good.
Cool.
But I'm going to let it happen. I tried to withstand this storm and
You must
I've been through
either
worse.
you must either exhaust one item that is ruined in the storm or take 1 will damage right now.
Oh.
I'll take a will damage.
Ooh.
Not that big a deal.
Okay, great. And then that leaves us with no boots. No boots. A will plus survival test to get through this storm.
No Boots had 1 mark, so he was successful.
Oh, very good. No boots. You are able to squelch through the mud in your shoeless feet.
Yeah,
And
it's helping.
keep your bearing and keep with your party and keep within the light. And you all must now camp, or I will start leveling exhaustion against you. Does anybody have any reason not to camp right now?
No Boots flaps down in the mud. We should stop here. I think this is a pretty good spot. The rain is just falling on him in the open space.
Very good. I think the storm continues while you're camping, but maybe it abates just a little bit, enough for you to like get your tents up and get inside and camp for the night. You have now completed the cliffside staircase. And if you look at your virtual
Did it.
tabletop, you will see that you are now on the Eastern Plains.
Yeah.
The Eastern Plains are going to take a segment to cross, and you have an option here. You need to make a choice. You can either head into the forest called the Pinwood, or you can go directly west and take on the Risky Bridge. There should be a ford of the river up in the Pinwood, or you can go directly east and take on the Risky Bridge.
Doesn't the bridge sound exciting?
It does sound exciting, and we're on a deadline, man. So we've got to get to the lighthouse before too long to get our payment.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I'd rather get there early.
Surely it can't be that broken.
No.
And now, as a doctor, I must warn you, I have no medical training of any kind, but I do have a pretty sharp mind and some industry, so we might be able to fix it up.
I think we'll be all right.
Yes. The bridge.
Bridge it is. The bridge it is. Okay. So you are heading in that direction, but you are still crossing the Eastern Plains on the morning of the third 5-day. Okay. So you are now heading across the Eastern Plains, and I'm going to check for any random encounters.
Wait, how much time do we have between the third 5-day and the third 6-day?
Let's take a look. Although I wouldn't worry about it too much. But you basically have the rest of today and all day tomorrow. But remember, you can relay right back to the
Oh, yes. Okay.
the ship. It's not like you're traveling all the way back to tell them. And once the lighthouse is relit, everybody will be able to tell that from far away.
We did it.
Yeah. So you will have
Pay
completed. And also, you still get paid if you don't do it in time, but you
We just
get
don't get
paid
that extra.
less. Yeah. You don't get
Also,
the good
right
ending.
before
You
we-
get the medium ending.
Okay.
Right before we get to this bridge, in the video, can we insert the entire movie Sorcerer by William Friedkin, which has a big bridge crossing scene in it?
Oh,
Just to,
absolutely.
The most harrowing possible bridge crossing I've ever seen.
I mean,
Thank you.
Yeah, Paula, do you enjoy tense movie-going experiences?
properly spaced out from each other.
What's
So
the-
they can,
Could we also just put that most saddest clip from Bridge to Terabithia right before we get to the bridge?
no.
That'd be great. Just something to really bring the mood down.
Well, I'm
Just a
just
bunch
saying,
of bridge things.
There's a lot of bridges.
You're
Sorcerer
covering
Paula involves old dynamite that could explode with even the slightest tremor, and an old rickety bridge in the jungle, and a truck driving across the old rickety bridge.
No.
Now that sounds like us. With all these bombs and everything, that
Yeah.
sounds like us. My can of sardines is shaking in my pocket as we walk across
Oh, right.
the
I
bridge.
forgot you have this explosive sardine can. And just to clarify, do we have another can that we don't? It's a 50-50. What it's
Mystery
Okay.
can.
Yeah, mystery can. All right, so you're crossing, you're going directly westward toward the risky bridge and the Castaway River that it crosses, or maybe doesn't cross. And as you're traveling, you have the cliffs to the south of you, to the left of you, actually. And as you're traveling through the thick fog, everything gets a little bit darker and a little grayer as you're walking along the plateau through this
Stay near the light,
scrubland, and you start to hear something off over the side of the cliff. You start to hear. Come to the edge. And it starts to get really catchy, and it's in your head. It's an earworm. Come to the edge. Walk to your doom.
Ooh. I love this melody. Paul.
To your death. And it's constant and it's unavoidable. And everybody needs
Don't
to
like
give
it.
me a test. This is going to be a will plus survival test.
Oh, okay.
Survival.
Okay.
That immediately made me think of the Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack. The oh,
Yes.
it's very.
Oh, imagine it
it's
that
very
way if
good.
you'd like, oh.
Fall to your death.
Okay. Will
Stand
plus
strong,
survival,
everyone.
you said.
Will plus survival, everybody.
I hear a beautiful lady singing, sort of like the
And if
lady
you
we
fail,
found.
don't start straining or doing anything yet. I just want to know how you did.
How many marks do we need? Are you telling us?
I think in this particular case, 1 mark will be sufficient.
How would 0 work out for you there, Jared?
That'd be poor. Who succeeded?
I got two marks.
All but
Ooh.
Bunk. So you are all walking, and perhaps you don't notice that Bunk has just veered off to the left and is just stumbling toward the edge of the cliffs, like moving with alacrity toward his doom. Fall to your death. And Bunk, you are getting very close to the edge. What do you want to do?
Do I have any kind of free will at this point, or am I fully
There's
caught
one
in the
thing you
siren
can do.
song?
There's one thing you can do. You can take 1 will damage to determinedly break free of its spell.
I will do that, because what else am I going to do but die?
Okay. You've also, Bunk, you don't have any ward yourself, do you?
No, I don't.
So you suddenly break free of its spell, and you realize you're just out here in the gloom. And it's all just kind of, the fog is curling around you and everything is darker. It's so cold, you can see your breath in front of you and you can see the cliff ahead of you. Your feet stopped just seconds before you walked over the edge. So make sure you mark that will damage. And
What am I doing out here? What's
Bunk!
going on? Where's
Beyond that
everyone?
threshold, can we see where Bunk is, or is it the fog is so thick that...
The fog is thick, but I think by now you all have definitely noticed that he's gone. So what do you want to do?
We must gather him. You should all stay close to me and my ward.
Could I do like a survival and mind to try to, or maybe navigation in mind to see the direction that Bunk went off in?
Absolutely, that's great.
Voices. Okay.
So here's what's going to happen. If you succeed at this mind plus navigation test, you will find Bunk before the unknown, before the fog is able to hurt him.
Okay.
But if you fail, something terrible is going to happen to Bunk.
No pressure.
Oh my gosh! Why?
No pressure.
Why is that on me?
Sorry, not sorry. Hashtag
Sydney,
awesome
Sydney, what are you
sauce.
using?
I was using navigation and mind.
Okay, never mind.
Someone could
Were you gonna
assist.
try to help
no
me?
Boots. That would add dice.
Oh, you could use a different skill though. You
I
said,
could
Chris,
assist.
right?
Yeah, I think I could use. I would argue that I could use skullduggery to help search for hidden things.
It does. That
Nice.
skullduggery helps you search for hidden things, and Bunk is certainly hidden right now.
So I'd like to
Extra
assist
die?
with one extra die.
So you
Do you want to roll that one, Chris? I kind of think it's fun if you roll it.
Ooh,
So it's not all-
That is fun. Look at us
Roll that
having
one
fun.
die.
If I roll a test
Okay,
of like
we're
mind
having
plus
fun.
skullduggery,
I think you just roll the one extra. Does it give me one extra die?
It gives you
Oh, I see
half
what
the
you're
pool, I think.
yeah, and I have 2 in skullduggery, so I'll roll
So
it
one.
for you.
Yeah.
Well, Sydney, I rolled a 2. Good luck.
Okay. Okie dokie. Hey, it was worth a shot. Oh, but don't worry, because No Boots is apparently really good, and I got 2 marks.
That is
Ooh.
excellent. So, No Boots kind of acts as the pathfinder out along tracking Bunk's heavy steps, because we know Bunk is a big, bulky guy with his boilerplate on his front. And you find him
over
kind of
here.
standing there at the edge of the cliff, and Cyrena's light illuminates him, and you have found him just in time.
Where'd you all go? I was with you, and then you all disappeared. Can't
Where
leave
did
You
me
we
stepped
like
go?
away.
Where did you go?
I was with you. I was walking, and then it was the
And then you
singing.
weren't.
There was the music. Did you hear the music?
Don't listen to them.
Everyone, I think we should move on.
Step off the cliff.
Oh, bugger off then!
Put out your light.
You're all against me then, is
Would
it? Is that
everyone
what
like
it
to
is?
step
No,
off the cliff?
no.
This next number
No.
is called Would Everyone Like to Step Off the Cliff?
I think we should move away from
And
these
it
horrible
goes something
voices.
like this. Would everyone like to step off the cliff? It could be lots of fun.
Changing the genre.
Okay.
Gotta mix it up a little. Gotta mix up the set, you know?
They're
Yeah.
a very interesting band. You should really read up on them.
So, that is the end of that segment. You have crossed these plains, these eastern plains, and you now arrive at the risky bridge over the River Castaway. All right, let's talk about the risky bridge. The risky bridge looks risky. It looks like it might be trouble, everybody. It is a industrial type structure. It is made somehow of both stone and rebar and metal, but it looks long rusted and very decrepit, and parts of the guardrail and the things that kind of like kept people safe crossing it have long decayed, fallen off, bent, twisted. They are no longer operable, and it looks like it will be quite a difficult crossing. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you how difficult. This is a 3-mark body plus navigation test, and it takes 10 minutes to cross it. This is a huge bridge, definitely from the age of decadence. Why, at one point in the past, there might have been large machines that could drive people over a bridge such as this. But now it is filled with holes, and it is sagging, and it looks like it's about to fall into the river. 3-mark body plus navigation test. If 2 delvers cross together, like one is actually on the other's shoulders, only one delver rolls and the other can assist, but it becomes a 4-mark test if you do that because you're heavier.
Like you have to roll 4 marks on one dice pool?
Or just over time.
No, it is not a complex task. It's a straightforward one roll.
Oh,
But if someone's assisting, it becomes 4 marks, but you get their dice.
Oh,
All right,
Oh,
Jared, I have a question
boy.
for you.
Yes.
So
ask your
Bunk-
question.
Bunk, as you know, is a former sewer smith. And he's not only equipped with a pickaxe, he also has something called a screwy driver. It's a tool that makes it -1 mark easier to fix, rebuild, disarm, and otherwise fiddle with objects. I don't know if you would let me allow that. My idea is like, okay, I'm going to use some of the rubble, maybe some, stuff that we find strewn around, or even like wood we can salvage from nearby trees, kind of reinforce the bridge / give us something we can walk on that might make this easier to cross.
I'll allow that, but I think it might take a segment of time for him to do it, unless he gets a couple boons. Well, maybe just one boon to do it quickly.
Isn't Vespel also like a tinkerer guy? Like industry stuff?
I have industry of 1, which I don't think I can assist with 1.
Okay.
I've got an industry of 2, so yeah. But can you? Does it have to be a skill to assist, or can you roll an attribute? Like if I were to roll body,
you have the skill that you're given. Yeah.
Could I assist with my violence by chopping up wood faster and punching things quickly?
You have a hatchet, right?
Yeah.
You want to chop up wood, and then Bunk is using it to kind of shore up some of the holes in kind of make wooden bridges over the holes in this old decrepit metal bridge. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
I will allow you to assist with violence, giving him half of your violence skill that he can add to his industry skill using the screwy driver to make this easier somehow.
Okay. Take that one.
Okay, so
such a good name for Jared's emo album. I will allow you to assist with violence.
Allow you to assist with That's like the spoken word thing before the breakdown or whatever. They're like, I will allow you to assist with violence.
Right.
Okay,
the intro to "And They Shall Know Us by the Trail of Our Dead" or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think because this thing is so messed up, it is a 3-mark test to fix it. But if you're assisted by no boots and you get -1 mark easier to fix it, so go ahead and give me a 2-mark test on your. I think this is going to have to be mind plus industry, my friend.
Could I make a case for body in that what I'm doing is the physical labor of like bracing stuff and laying stuff down across treacherous stretches of the bridge?
Okay, I'll allow that. Yeah, you can use body.
All right, so this is
and
going
be
to
sure to
7.
add no boots as bonus for his assistance.
All right, so I'm adding 1 die for no boots assistance, and I'm rolling 7 dice, and we need to get 2 successes. Ideally 3, so we can.
Out of 8?
Out of 7.
Out of 7, okay.
And ideally 3, that way we can do it in a shorter amount of time.
And you could always strain and re-roll some of them.
Okay, I do not need to strain. I rolled 1 cracked dice. Let's see what happens. That doesn't help me. Okay, I rolled 3 marks.
Okay, great. So I'm going to roll 2 marks, get you a success. And what you have now is you have like wooden planks that you can move while you're crossing the bridge.
Yes.
So cool.
Right?
Yes.
Now, you can either use one of those, that final boon, to make it happen in this segment, no problem. Or you can use the whole segment to have prepared that, and you can use that boon to make it 1 mark easier when you all cross. I think it's already down from 3 marks to 2 marks if you're using your planks, but you could use your boon to make it a 1 mark test, but it would take a whole segment to have prepared this.
Oh,
That's a
that
Do we
choice,
each
isn't it?
have to pass the 2 marks whenever we cross?
You'll each have to pass the 2 marks, or you could go piggyback on someone else, but it'll go up to a 3 mark test.
What do you guys think? I feel like
I don't know.
Bunk would want to try to make it so that we can do it all in this segment and get there faster.
Yeah. We wanted to take the bridge to get there faster. So
That was
I think
the whole point. But
yeah.
That's fair.
all right, that's what we'll do, Jared. That's what we'll do, Jared. We'll make it so if everyone can cross in 1 segment instead of 2.
That makes sense. All right, so now
Let's try it.
instead of a 3-mark test, it is a 2-mark test, unless you're teaming up with someone else, in which case it is 3 marks. You've made it significantly easier. I think that was a really bold and smart move, the way you work together and everything. So I need people to start making those tests. Why don't we do it 1 at a time?
And you said, what is it? Body plus navigation, or
yes, this was a body plus navigation test. That's correct. Although I always will hear alternate pitches if someone has a good one.
Culture?
I'm going to make a pitch because I have no what do you say in navigation? I'm going to make a pitch because I just looked up that body plus culture equals dance.
You dance across?
I'm going to
the
make an
bridge.
argument that I used my coordination to properly balance across this.
Ooh.
You can do like a what's his face in Ocean's 12.
Yep, exactly.
There
It's
is
like choreographed to a certain dance.
I will allow Dr. Vespel to dance across this bridge, but I have one other complication to give to you all. Cyrena has 4 ward. Dr. Vespel has 2. If you go out there without ward, things might happen. So how are you dividing up the ward?
Well,
In other
I'll
words,
say-
someone could go with Dr. Vespel and assist him, making the crossing harder, but you'd be warded.
I'll say to
someone
No
could go with me.
Boots. No Boots. It is not proper ever to dance alone. What say ye to a pair's dance across this bridge?
Oh, I've never done a tango before, but I know it takes 2. I say, let's do it. And he immediately steps on your foot and then moves forward, getting ready to dance.
Okay, great. Who's doing the assisting and who's doing the rolling? It sounds like Dr. Vespel's ready to roll body plus culture. Is that right?
That's right. That's 4 for me.
Okay. How could you assist No Boots? It could be with your navigation skill if you'd like.
Oh, that's so interesting you say that, Jared, because again, the only thing I'm good at is violence.
Violence.
And everything else is a 1. So if you'd let me do a sort of like, if Vespel is doing an actual dance and using movement and grace, I think perhaps No Boots does more of like the dune desert walking, like hard steps.
The sand walking,
The sand walking, and then like light steps. So it's more like, I would say violent or capybara, like he's stomping. That doesn't seem to help.
Well
though.
argued. And I love the Dune reference.
Okay.
I love
points.
everything about how your mind is trying to solve this problem. But ultimately, as your game master, I must tell you, I'm not buying violence as a way to carefully step across a dangerous bridge.
That's cool. As I spoke, I started to negate myself.
Yeah.
So I think that's a fair
Don't negate
ruling.
yourself. Girl, don't negate yourself.
Girl. So he just does not help you, but he is trying his best. He can't dance. He doesn't know how.
3-mark test.
I'll
But No Boots is covered by your light.
It's not minimum 1 die in the assisting. It has to be.
Let's look.
Let's see.
Let's look.
It says half.
Half
That
your
seems
relevant
crazy to let you
skill.
do it on
It just
one.
says
but-
half, doesn't it? Assist until your next turn chart. You can
half
assist
your score
one test.
rounded up. So 1.
Oh, there you go. Thank you,
Oh.
Matthew.
Hey!
Matthew found
Gotta
a
reach the
way
end.
for things to be better. So
I offer you my 1 culture.
excellent.
Yes.
You add your
4,
sense of
5.
your No Boot sense of culture to critique.
Yes,
Dr.
I'm only
Vespel's dance.
I'm critiquing. I'm going, that's not the steps at all. I've watched through the windows of the big ballrooms. You're doing it all wrong.
So what do you have for me? Let's go for it, Dr. Vespel.
All right. So this is 5.
And you need
Let
3
me
because you're
roll it.
carrying No Boots.
All right, come on.
I got 1.
Okay.
I'm going to go under pressure. Roll again. That's my second charge used of that. I got another 1-6. Do I
Okay,
have to
wait.
hear?
Do you want to
hold
finish
on.
up under pressure?
Could I use my craps if I'm like assisting him? Use my fortune, my what is it called? My fortune, my
Yeah, your
my feature,
Your
My
feature,
feature.
yeah.
I would like to use 1 charge, and you can to change a non-mark dice into a mark dice, so I automatically make it a success.
Look at
with
that.
one of
Yeah.
my charges.
Well
and
done.
I move Vespel's foot like in tango, like I'm the
Wait,
male.
wait.
Yes.
How many marks?
Slide.
We needed 3 marks, though.
And
didn't
you
we?
got them. You got 1 from your roll, 1 from your under pressure that you've used up, and 1 from craps. You've done it.
Oh, yes. Okay, I see.
Yes, because we used both
I
one
forgot
of your
that when
features
you-
and one of No Boots' features.
Yes, got it. I'll just, to be totally honest, I re-rolled all my dice. I just realized that when you strain, you can keep the ones that...
keep the successful
It's like
ones.
Yahtzee.
Yes.
You guys...
Exactly like Yahtzee.
First time
like
playing a
Yahtzee.
game, mistakes were made. We'll let you keep that first success,
Gotcha.
and
Okay,
we'll
makes
move on.
sense.
So you guys watch as No Boots and Dr. Vespel do an elegant tango across this crumbling bridge and end up on the other side. And somehow by the end, No Boots has one single rose in his mouth. How did that happen?
Olay.
And Dr. Vespel says, "No Boots, you've been a fine dance partner. The two of us danced over that river. You might almost call it a river dance."
Wow.
And we don't know what that is.
Chris's character takes 5 mind damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
You
kidding.
might even call yourself the Lord of the Dance, Dr.
That's right.
Now, Cyrena and Bunk are left
yes.
on the other side. So, Cyrena and Bunk, how are you going to get across?
Bunk, shall we? And I'll put my hand out. Shall we cross together? I know a few dance steps myself.
I'm not much in the way of dance moves, my dear. Might we find another way to work together?
Of course. I can navigate and survive.
Yes, exactly. So
Those are the 3 things I have
I'm
skills
good at
in.
navigation and survival.
Body and navigation for me would be 5.
For me, it's 6.
So maybe I'll assist you then, and
Yeah.
Jared, would you allow me to use my industry to guide her where I placed the strongest planks?
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, industry was a big part of this, right? And I think you guys are still like moving those planks into place. And then I think even our last 2 friends were like moving the planks into place and then dancing across them. That was part of it. So I'll allow you to use industry.
What's fun is I do have one of my features, maybe it's not a feature, one of my mind records is conga. Funny enough, whenever I move, I may pull an ally within reach with me. So that kind of makes sense, just thematically, if nothing else.
Well,
I think that makes more sense mechanically in combat. Probably,
I think it's supposed to be a combat ability, but doesn't it
But it's
apply
kind of a fun idea.
so well here? And doesn't it mean to me that if you're kind of using an entire record to automatically pull someone with you, that instead of a 3-mark test for crossing the bridge, it's a 2-mark test and you can just pull Bunk with you?
Jared, you're in such a good mood today. I like it. Okay.
Don't question me.
Come along, Bunk. Hold on to my staff, and I will pull him along with me as I roll 7 dice because I get 1 from half your skill.
Yeah.
Matthew, right?
For industry.
I got 3 marks, Jared.
Wow.
Nice.
Well done.
We go here and here, and where should I put my foot on this board?
That one there. Yeah.
Yes.
No. One on the left. One on the left.
And here.
Yes. There you go.
And then
You arrive
smooth, easy.
on the other side of the bridge on the Western Plains, and it will take 1 segment to cross the Western Plains down to the lighthouse. I'm going to make a random encounter roll for everybody.
No.
And the day passes uneventfully, and you cross down, and soon you are on the tip of the peninsula, and you're looking up at the lighthouse. Fairflaw Lighthouse stands stark against the horizon. The approaching road, flanked by extinguished lanterns, winds toward the lighthouse, past a hail-battered outhouse, and through an overgrown garden bed of thick, yellow vines. The lighthouse's lower cottage is made of salt-stained stone with a red tile roof. Heavy shutters and locks on every window belie any quaintness. The front door, metal and dented, hangs open. Small, impish shadows flicker about inside. Overhead, the lighthouse's tower stretches skyward. At the top, its storm-shuttered bright room is shrouded by what could be either low clouds or menacing fog. A porthole-sized blister has been beaten into the steel shutter from within. Something is trying to get out. You need to get in. And so we're going to assume that you traveled across that last portion of the plains. There were no random encounters. You camped, and now you're standing before the lighthouse. And when we come back next time, we are going to find out what is in this lighthouse. We are going to see some combat in Time Without Tide, and these 4 delvers are going to try to clear this place and reignite the light before they take too much damage and have to fly back to their relay. This is Time Without Tide is the name of the game. It's coming from Chaosium. Go to the link here in the video, click it, let them know the Glass Cannon sent you, and support this on the backer kit. Guys, I thought that was a very well done travel hex crawl. You did do it, and you did it with minimum damage. How's everybody looking damage-wise?
I took 1 will.
1 will.
I have 1 mind.
Shockingly fine. And when we come back next time, Paula, don't let me forget, I have something I can do to heal your mind.
Oh, that's awesome.
Also, Dr. Vestball has got some healing abilities as well.
Right.
So he's a doctor.
But I can
So he is a real
take the
doctor.
doctor
We
with
help
you.
each other.
Bunk is down 1 mind and 1 will.
Okay. Maybe I could heal Bunk then if we need that. Oh, this is so fun, Jared.
It's
Thank
awesome.
you.
So we've seen the basic mechanic. We've seen how travel works and random events and things like that. And a little bit about what the world is like. But when we come back, we are going to go into this lighthouse and see what happened to its inhabitants and why the light has gone out. That'll be next time. Hit the link, go to Backer Kit, and support Time Without Tide. And we'll see you with another episode very soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.